Okay, go ahead. Read the book with a nice voice, not too loud.
Elizabeth Brown entered the world, dropping straight down from the sky. Elizabeth Brown entered the world, skinny, neat, and shine. Elizabeth Brown.
No. Wait, look over here. She
didn't like to play with dolls. She didn't like to skate. She learned to read. Look at her teddy bear.
Yeah, keep reading over here. She learned
to read quite early and at an incredible rate.
Okay, and over here?
She always took a book to bed with a flashlight under the sheet. She'd make a tent of covers and read herself to sleep. Elizabeth Brown went off to school, dragging a steamer trunk. Elizabeth Brown unpacked books, breaking the upper bunk. Elizabeth
Brown. No, look over here. That starts with.
She sat in all her class and drooled on a path. A drifting dream entered a reading Olympiad.
Remember how we were talking about an Olympiad as a contest? Okay, she
entered.
Use a nice, confident reading voice. She manufactured
library cards and checked out books to friends, then shot them with her midnight ray to collect the books again. Elizabeth Brown preferred a book to going on a date. While friends went out till dawn, she stayed up pretty late. I'm like.
Okay. Look at the word here. You know this one.
She took the train one afternoon and probably lost her way, so bought a house and settled down to tutoring for pay.
Do you remember how we said that tutoring is teaching? So she started teaching people. Okay.
Elizabeth Brown walked into town, summer, fall, winter, and spring. Elizabeth Brown walked into town looking for only one thing. She didn't want potatoes. She didn't want silk new clothes. She went straight to the bookstore. May I have one of those?
Very nice, expressive reading. Okay.
Elizabeth.
Now look at the words over here. No?
Elizabeth Brown went back home and read and read and read. She even read while exercising and standing on her head. Look at what her teddy bear is doing.
What is her teddy bear doing?
He's standing on his head too.
Very funny. Okay. She
made a list of groceries and tucked it in her book. Then lost the list among the fruit and left with nothing to cook. She read about Greek goddesses while vacuuming the floor, attending only to her book. She'd walk into a door. She'd walk into a door.
What happens on this page?
Books were piled on top of chairs spread across the floor. Her shelves began to fall apart as she read more and more. Big books made very solid stacks on which teacups could rest. Small books became the building blocks for busy little guests. when volumes kind of parlor walls and blocked the big front door, she had to face the awful fact she could not have one more. Elizabeth Brown. I don't know that word.
Yeah, let's use the first sound.
Elizabeth Brown walked through
that
very afternoon. Elizabeth Brown walked into town.
What do you think that is? Look at the beginning noise. Whistling.
A happy tune. She didn't want
No, she didn't want look at the first sound.
I don't know.
Look at the first sound. That's pretty neat, huh? Look at that. She didn't want
Look, what is this part of your eye called?
Which one?
What is this?
The white part?
What is this part of your eye called?
I'm not sure, but let's finish the book and then we can talk about eyeballs. Okay? She didn't want look at the first sound. She didn't want a b.
Ball.
Is that ball?
No.
No, what word is that? She didn't want a
bee. A bead.
No.
What?
This is bicycle.
She didn't want a bicycle. She didn't want silk bows. She went straight to the courthouse. May I? One of those? The form was for the
The form was for what? Do you remember this word?
The form was for donation.
Donations.
She quickly wrote this line. I, E. Brown, gifted it all that was ever mine. Elizabeth Brown Free Library. That's nice of her to give people her books.
That is really nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know what it's called when somebody's really nice like that and giving? You would call them generous. So you can say, that's really generous.
That's really generous. Elizabeth Brown moved in with a friend and lived to a ripe old age. They walked to the library day after day and turned page after page after page.
The end. Very nice. What's your favorite part of that book?
Can I watch it?
Yeah.